Kickstart your road to fitness with the Hard Work Works fitness app. It's for all ability levels. Full gym, no problem. You may be asking what's included. Over 200 workout plans available for every situation, from a full gym to no equipment at all. There's a nutrition guide to help you stay on track, and all of this is only $10 a month. There's a special offer for deprogram listeners. Use promo code STUPID and get your first month free. The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today.
Could we please be objective, 'cause the other boys are queuing up behind us.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. Today's band is Belle and Sebastian, and I feel like this one has been a long time coming, and there's several reasons why. So let's start with you, Emily. Technically John put them on the board for you, but let's talk about Belle and Sebastian. What is it about Belle and Sebastian? Why did we need to talk about them today?
So they're the best, and that is why we need to talk about them today.
Well said.
So they have been my favorite band since I was in high school. It was just like listening to the local college radio station. There was a song that I heard and I really liked. And it was back in the days where you had to try to like listen to the lyrics, and then you would, Yahoo search the lyrics to try to find the song. And then drive to Media Play to pick up the album. But it's just, every part of it, especially these early years, just really means a lot to me and has for a long time. So John added them, but it was for me. It was for you.
He made that very clear. But so John, I mean, not that it's necessarily outside of your wheelhouse, but it definitely isn't. It isn't, something I would go, that's a John band. So is this just something that you two clicked on, or talk to me about Belle and Sebastian, why you're here today?
Yeah. So I had heard of them, and like normally I come in here and I'm like 100% familiar with the catalog, lived it for years. It's like connections all over the place, but this is a little bit different. Like I knew of them because I worked in college radio, and I remember like people playing it and really liking it. And I remember, of course, from High Fidelity, where the guy's playing Belle and Sebastian, and he goes like, Jack Black comes in, he's like, "What's this sad bastard music?" And the guy's like, "It's the new Belle and Sebastian." Like, and he like that. There's that whole scene in High Fidelity, and so I knew of them, but I never really it was never really something that I dug into or got into really. But like I knew a couple of songs, like they've been on a couple of soundtracks that I have, and I liked those songs. But yeah, when I met Emily, like that was her favorite band, and she played me some songs, and there's a couple of songs that I kind of like gravitated to. Like, yeah, these are really good. I like these a lot. So I started getting into it that way. She's seen them live a bunch of times. I've seen some videos. They're a great live band. They're still around, still making music and making records. So, yeah, this was something like it's a lot of this was new to me. So it's going to be a little different for me this time.
So this is a band that I feel like the name has gotten bandied about, around me. I feel like maybe there was a reference to them in BoJack, and I feel like the name has been always like right there, but it's never been a band that I've gone, okay, well, let me find out what this is all about. Again, that's why I love this show. Like, it gives me that excuse to finally go, okay, so what are they all about? But yeah, so they've been on my periph, but I don't know that I'd ever actually heard a song by them at all until pushing play on this playlist. Like, none of it was very familiar to me at all. Unless maybe something kind of played in a movie, like in the background or something, and it just didn't ring a bell. So I'm very much looking forward to there's a lot of great stuff here. I mentioned when in the group how much I hate this show. So we're gonna move into how, as somebody who was just listening to this stuff, picking my 20 was miserable. I can't even imagine what it would have been like for you, Emily. How did you go about picking your 20 for this one?
So that's a weird question because I did it like a year and a half ago, I think. It's, I remember it consumed my life for a long time, like for probably 3 or 4 weeks. It was like I would think about it going to sleep at night. So all I did today, I pulled up the list I had. I made two late switches that I'm a little nervous about. But I do remember there was a lot of thought that went into like trying to represent the different types of songs that they do, which obviously is very different, pre Dear Catastrophe Waitress as we're doing versus post. But just trying to get good representation, and then also just some of the songs that I love that deserve to be on the list because they're perfect in every way.
See, she's being humble because there were spreadsheets involved.
Oh, hell yeah, there was a spreadsheet involved. It's color coded.
Oh my God.
There were multiple tabs and a pie chart.
We're in for it, John. So like
yeah.
That sounded like a joke, but it was not. There were in fact.
Yeah, full disclosure, Emily and I are married, and hopefully that will still be the case after this episode.
We really have made an effort not to discuss it ahead of time. Like there's one song that he knows if he doesn't put it on his list, I will murder him. But other than that, we like even earlier tonight, it was like, nope, save it for the show.
Save it for the show.
So yeah.
So John,
we'll
with that over your shoulder, like, how are you going through and plotting your 20?
Oh no, I broke into the spreadsheet and stole it exactly. No, just kidding. No, it was hard because a lot of times I was listening to stuff for the first time, so like I'm trying to make those judgments on like, and I knew some of their more like quote unquote popular hit songs. But yeah, it became like a task. Like I had to cut some that I really really liked and really fit into like the style of theirs that I like, which we'll get to. Like Emily said, to get the representation and to get some of the different things, because like you said, they do a couple of different styles. There is one style of theirs that I prefer when I listen to them, so it was hard. I had to really like focus and be like, no, I'm not just going to skip this one because it's not their thing that I like that they do. I'm gonna give I gotta give these another chance and really stick with it. So it took me a while, but I probably had 24 or 25 that I really liked, and those last few were tough.
So when I don't throw that out lightly that I hate the show. When some bands like the Cream Rises to the Top rather, or wears crop tops, whichever I was trying to say. And you can find the cuts easily, and you can find that 20 relatively easily. With this, like I had 39 after my first pass, and even that was like tough. Like you guys have both mentioned like the different styles, and like I enjoyed all of the different styles, and I'm like, okay, well, which freaking way do I go here? Like I couldn't decide, is that the way I want to tackle it? Do I want to present one side? Do I want to present all the sides? And then we basically bumped this show up technically a week. Like I was looking at doing it, not to put a timestamp on it, next week, but we had a cancellation in the last minute. And so I was like, well, because I tried to cut it earlier in the week, a couple days ago, because I was at 39 and I was only able to get a couple of the songs off. And I was like, well, if I blast through this and just get rid of those last 13 or whatever it was, then I'll have my 20. And so like there's a lot of like just haphazard cuts, like just cuts because I got to get down to 20.
Don't tell me that, man. We can wait a week if we need to.
No, like it would have just made it harder. Like I was racking my brain because like, you know, I say this a lot on this show and I hate being repetitive, but I feel like there is a lot that I would have been okay with bringing to the table. Like all 39 of my first pass could have easily been part of the 20. And I feel like there was a bunch of cuts that I made just because you can't have all of them that could, it speaks well of the band. It speaks well of what we chose to represent, which I say you guys did. You said, hey, these albums, let's listen to these. And it speaks well of the band that they're just that, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent. I love a good consistent band, and all of the different sounds that they do, it isn't, oh, this song is like light years better. It's like, you know, no, like maybe there's a guitar lick, or maybe there's like a vocal that you like, or sometimes it came down to, I look at a song title and did the song meet the premise of the song title? Like, do they shake hands really well? And that was my decision. Like, this is just, it's a really good band that was nowhere near my not near enough on my radar. So we're gonna have to do part 2 and part 3 at some point, because they've got a bunch more albums.
Yes, please.
you crazy.
I can go back into the spreadsheet and filter to those years, and I'm good. I'm not kidding.
Spreadsheets.
Like it's detailed.
So this is what worries me here is, you know, we took in, I can't remember how many records, but I think it worked out to like 68 songs, which is, in my opinion, perfect. But when all 68 songs could easily be, you know, part of it, Emily, what do you think, based on the conversation we've had, how many do you think we're going to get through unanimously? I know. That's exactly
I'm
how
gonna
I feel.
be I'm gonna say 5.
Ooh, okay. 5. All right, John?
No, before I say, I have a question. Are we doing this where if everyone is over, then no one gets the final say, or is it just closest?
Yeah, I think that way works best. You know,
which way?
If no one gets it, we discuss.
We just play through. Okay.
Right.
Then I'm bank on Price is Right.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be a little more optimistic. I'm going to say 6.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're doing to me right now.
That's some Price is Right there.
Yeah, that's a +1 right there.
Uh-huh. All right, well, I guess I'll be the asshole. I'll go the opposite way, because I feel like there's so much good stuff that we could be in very different corners here. So I'm going to go 3.
The correct answer is 1. You guys do not watch enough Price is Right on the show.
That is true. I do not watch enough anymore.
I'm saying. Well, there's no such thing as too much Price is Right, but I'm just saying.
All right, so we will see who gets the Raise Energy final say. As we get into gameplay, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. With that being said, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The three of us have combed through a portion of Belle and Sebastian's discography and plucked out 20 songs, and we are now going to mash them together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you have never given Belle and Sebastian a try. And I gotta say, like, I meant to say this earlier, both me and Jenny, who are the writers of Belle and Dubs, every time Belle and Sebastian comes up, like, we're like, how do we work this into Belle and Dubs? Because there's something there. Anyway, so shoot, I don't know where to start, but I always like a good track one to set my mind right, you know, put me in the right place. And this one feels legit. The State I'm In.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
They're a great track one band.
They are. Absolutely. All right. Well, okay. So that beats the Price is Right game right out of the jump.
That's true.
I think maybe there it is. Oh, come on.
So good.
Let's get it back onto the Mac where it belongs.
I was happy for a day
There we go.
in 1975.
And because of the slow start, usually this would disqualify it for me.
Oh no, they build. Oh,
Uh-huh.
so good. And he's doing this for like a class project. Like, whew.
That is one thing we didn't mention in the lead up. The way they build songs, like I found myself leaning towards songs that built, and
Oh yeah,
like there's a lot of that. So like, just right there's the next layer, and it's like, oh,
so good.
and again, that's 50 seconds in. Normally that would be a no for me, dog. But being as that is what the band does best, is build a song. I had to stay there. All right, Emily.
Okay, so I'm choosing one that I won't be super sad if it's not on the list, but it should be on the list. Get Me Away From Here, I'm Dying.
I got it.
Okay. It's on the Forgetting
Yes.
Sarah soundtrack. Yeah,
Oh!
like that's... Yeah.
Oh,
Plus.
There's actually there's a band called the Tiger Milks, which is a punk rock cover band of Belle and Sebastian. They have just one record out from a few years ago, and this is one of the ones that they did. It's really good.
Actually, just John's in my band.
Let me put this in the alphabetical order here because easier to find it. G. Well, the good news is my 3 is starting to feel low.
I mean, John's at 6 after my 5. But it's fine.
All right.
So
We don't
good.
stand a chance, though.
I'm just gonna keep saying so good the whole time.
That's usually my role in this.
I was gonna say, like, that's my favorite part about having people that love bands on, is that they say so good, and it's like, I don't know. We'll talk about that later, maybe. All right, John.
All right, Sleep the Clock Around.
Fuck me. Nope.
But yes, of course, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. That one was definitely like one of those that I cut today just to make room. It was definitely on my radar. But the 2 U's got it, so it still hangs around. It ain't dead yet. All right. Huh. Let me go somewhere more towards the middle of what we covered. How about talked about title meeting the song meeting the premise of the title, and I loved this title, and then the song matched. Nice Day for a Sulk.
I don't. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, Justin, big
It's
whiff.
good though. It's good.
Big whiff. Everybody can hear how right I was and how wrong you two were. Oh.
That's about as Belle and Sebastian as you can get, honestly.
Nice day for a sulk. It just was like, yes, that's very encapsulating. All right. I was wrong. It's into the bin. All right, Emily.
Okay, so now I am going to be really sad
Uh-oh.
if it's not on your list. Oh, there's so many I'll be sad about. The Loneliness of a Middle Distance Runner.
No, I don't have that one.
No.
Oh no! Oh no! Looking at that one.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you? It's so good.
It was one of the last cuts.
That was definitely on my first 39. It would have been. I don't know if that was one that I just.
Oh, that sniff! Oh, he does that sniff at the beginning. Oh, Jesus.
Sigh. So it begins.
Yeah.
So it
You
begins.
break my heart. Yeah. All right.
All right, John.
All right. How about Ease Your Feet in the Sea?
Fuck me. No.
Yeah. No. This is going downhill fast.
This was what I was worried about. Because this is fucking great.
It's great. It's great. It's great.
This is what I was talking about. This is the kind of song they do that I like the really upbeat, like kind of poppy or stuff. And at the end, it was just throwing darts.
Yes. Like I think this was one of the ones it made my first 39. I don't remember if it was one of the ones I'd cut like literally a couple hours or if it was one of the few that I just dropped out a couple days ago. But this is what I was talking about. Like, none of us are really wrong here. None of us are really, really wrong.
I mean, one of us is very right, but none of us is very wrong.
Okay.
It's a great song. It's a great song.
All right, so we're back around to me. Well, we talked about track ones. I might as well trot this one out. The Stars of Track and Field.
I have the shirt, but I do not have it on my list.
Yeah, no.
Oh, more for the bin. More for the bin. Maybe I was right.
But this is another like track one building, like those first few albums. This is how they started.
What's funny is like I was so impressed with the first record that I thought, okay, well, there's no way it's gonna like get better. And then
See, it's the second one for me. The second one is my favorite.
That's exactly what happened to me. Like I don't think I cut anything from the second one initially. I was like, holy shit, this is like banger after banger after banger. I need all these. What do I do? All right. Emily?
Since you guys like that one so much, it was going to be my go-to karaoke song, except A, I would never do karaoke, and B, this would never be on a karaoke list. Me and the Major.
Yes, I got it.
Yes.
Hey! And we meet my 3.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
And like when this one starts live, oof.
It's that does it for me, that piano part.
Such a good sing-along song.
Oh, and it's like John was talking about. It's nice and like up tempo. It's got everything you want. All right, Me and the Major is in. John.
All right, I'm going to play this one so Emily doesn't have to. This is my number 1, Women's Realm.
Yes, I got it.
Correct. Oh yay! Okay,
Hey.
good.
Hey.
I didn't know if I was gonna have to fight for that one or not, but that's my favorite song of all time.
Oh. You know what's funny is, like, this one specifically, Like, it happens a couple other times, but I can't remember the songs. I kept this one specifically, not only because it's just a great tune, but it gives me like a Peanuts vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That piano, yeah.
Yeah.
And the song puts me in a good mood no matter what.
Absolutely. I love this
I
one.
tweeted at Stuart Murdoch twice about this song, and the second time he played it, and I'm taking responsibility for it.
Oh yeah, she was directly responsible for them playing it in concert.
You're welcome, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
And also, for the record, I feel like, we're at 4 now. I feel like this one might be like the number 1, but we'll get there. All right.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You just made Emily's night.
Yeah, like we're done.
Because I feel like it perfectly encapsulates it, but further conversation on that later. All right, so we're back to me.
I'll pretend to be wondering if that's the best choice, but obviously it's the best choice.
I mean, especially.
Oh, I'm so conflicted.
Especially since we got it through unanimous. All right. Let's see. Where do I go? How about it could have been a brilliant career? The silence says a lot.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's another fantastic track one.
Yeah, silence says, that could really be, in a nutshell, my gameplay. Like, that could describe my gameplay is track 1s. I try not to, and I didn't even notice that it was, to be fair. All right.
Oh, wait, give it a sec. Oh.
Just
So
finding the layers. All right. Emily?
All right, I'm going to give you a track 1. Me sitting in the old architecture building at Georgia Tech, waiting for class, listening to this on my Discman. I fought in a war.
Yeah.
Track 1 for you.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh! Oh! What does that put us at? 5?
Yes. I said I was being optimistic, but
That feels good, though.
And I left my friends behind me to go looking for the enemy, and it wasn't very long before I would stand with another boy in front of me and a corpse that just
And you may be thinking, what are y'all doing? Like, this is so slow. Well,
gotta wait.
this is what they do,
Yeah.
man.
myself all the words you said when we were getting on, and I bet you're making shells back home for a steady boy to wear.
It's very simple, but it's also very complex.
Yes.
It's hard to explain.
To think of you as if you're waiting for this letter to arrive, because
Again,
I'll be
here we are a minute in, and we don't have that next layer yet. And there it is.
Oh, but there it is.
It's so rewarding.
And it's like, if you listen to it as albums instead of just on playlists, like that opens the album. Like, oh, what a good start.
Wham. All right, John?
Roller coaster ride.
Fuck me. No.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's good though. It's good. They're all good.
Yep. It does make me feel good that like all the ones that were on my radar are the ones getting picked too. Like nothing said so far was one I was like, what? What's that one? All right. Which one feels good? Which one feels right. How about The Gate?
No.
I'm sorry, but no.
Okay. All right.
Thought about it, considered it. Gave the spot to somebody else.
Man, we're either unanimous or nothing on
I
these.
know, right? I think there's one with two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Emily?
Okay, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna be sad again. Slow Graffiti.
Yes.
No.
All right. It doesn't get through unanimously, but it's alive. 2, so that's... Yeah, we only have 2 in the conversation. All right. John?
Marx and Engels.
No.
Nope.
Not that it didn't deserve a spot.
That's a clickbait song title for me.
I talk about this a lot. Like, when you get to the last album of whatever we're doing, like, I always hope and expect it to not necessarily be bad, but, like, easier to weed out. And then, like, I looked afterwards and I was like, I have almost this entire record too. What the hell is this?
Yeah, it's like their singles collection from all the early years. So it's all the stuff from, it's their whole, that first run of their era, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and you can hear like the evolution also, because it starts, in like 97, and then goes to 2001, I think. So you can like hear it happening.
That makes sense. No wonder I had so much of it.
Yeah, I think it's 4 songs in little chunks from each year.
All right, so back to me. Oh, shoot. How about Is It Wicked Not to Care?
I should have put it
Yes.
on my list. I'm realizing now, but I didn't.
Okay, all right.
I do have it.
I got John. So it's hanging on at this point, not even by a thread. Like at this point, unless we go on a hot streak again, it's going to be in. Did I forget to? Is it Wicked? There it is. All right, Emily.
We'll stay there and go Dirty Dream number 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey. What was that? 6. Wow. Now the question becomes, is this going to be a conversation for... Oh, come on.
Right.
Who had a semi-Motown song on a Belle and Sebastian record? Definitely not me. I didn't see that coming.
And you've got that like little spoken word part there at the end. The first time I saw him, I think Isabel normally does the part, and she was not with the band. She was on her way out. And he had people from the audience do it, and they're just like yelling into the microphone, so excited. Oh, so good.
Ooh, and just for funsies here, I'm looking at it. We've got 6 all the way through unanimously. Oh, I see what I did here. I don't care about album representation. And then 3 in the conversation. So as it stands, all the 2s are in. We'll see if anything else.
I don't think we're going to get to NTP tonight.
Definitely not. All right, so John?
Let's try to keep the hot streak going. This is my number 2. Like Dylan in the movies.
Fuck me. Nope.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That one was for sure a first passer. Like I said, I am shocked at how close I was. Like, clearly my first pass, I followed my instinct correctly. I just, a cut here, a cut there. Did I miss one? No, there it is. Okay. All right. And there it is right there. NTP's officially gone. Because that's 4 in the convo. Back to me. This one felt very them. I don't love anyone.
It's so good, but it is not on my list.
No.
Out on my own. But now is the time to be out on my own. It's A-okay.
That's definitely not a song to pick when you're on this podcast with your wife.
Yes. Very true. I guess I should have thought of that. Because that's all I could hear is this. But of course, yeah, you're 1,000% right. All right, Emily?
It's kind of my theme song for a while, but not recently. Here.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 left. So, maybe we'll do like 2 or 3 more rounds and then dump out.
I got 8.
Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left.
Jinkies.
Well, but I think it's my turn, so I'll have 9.
Yes, it is.
Don't fuck this up, you guys. This is just a modern rock song.
I fucked it up.
One of the last cuts.
Oh my god.
Oh no. That sound.
It's... Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. Crossing through that one does not feel good to me.
Oh, and you can't even save it because as it is, we're at 6 and John's got the final say. Unless, of course, he just wants to make his wife happy.
I mean, we haven't strategized beforehand at all.
All right, John?
All right. Well, speaking of, you played the one that had no chance for me because that's not one you want to play on a podcast with your wife. I'll go one that I did pick for the title. How about Beautiful?
No, I do not have that one.
But I hate that it's not on my list because they're all so good.
I feel like this one was a little close for you, Emily. I
mean, every one of these is just a bummer that it's not on there. Like, I'll take the freaking, like, spoken word song about a cat. Like, any of these could be on my list.
I came this close to putting on an instrumental song that has a really funny title that I'll go ahead and say. There's one called Judy is a Dick Slap that I came very close to putting on because it's very good, but it's instrumental and has a fun title.
I mean, seriously, I thought about it too. I was like, oh, what a great name. There's just so many great tunes. Like, how do I make room for an instrumental with a funny name?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Let me scroll up to the top here, and John had Beautiful. And we are back to me. All right. Yeah, like I said, we'll do 2 more rounds and then we'll dump out. How about The Wrong Girl?
No.
I'm sorry, Stevie Jackson.
All by myself. All by myself. It happens. It really could have been any of these. All right, Emily?
Shit. All right, well, should I just be sad again? Yes. Lazy Line Painter Jane.
Oh, no.
No.
What?
Ugh.
Okay.
I told you I had a problem with that record.
I thought your problem was that you liked it too much.
Yes. There's only so much I can pull through. All right. Unfortunately, that's one that was not on my radar. All right, John.
All right, this one I was a little familiar with because Jeff Rosenstock, who we really need to do an episode on, covers it on one of the records he put out last year. Let's do Fox in the Snow.
Oh, nope.
Sorry. No.
That one was one.
So good, though.
Yeah, 1,000. One of the ones I just cut earlier today.
Yeah.
I started playing it, and I'm like, well, how do I get rid of it? And I was like, well, I need to make room. Something's got to go. All right, so we'll call this one our last round here. How about The Boy with the Arab Strap?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Oh. And that takes away the final say, because now we got 7. Oh, I was sitting on that one. B-O-Y. Why is it not popping up? There it is. Come on. Although it definitely... Ooh, you're making me live. Which, for the record, does not detract.
They always bring people up to dance during this one, so like you hear the thing happening at the beginning and you know what's coming. Just everybody has the best time.
It is funny, like, for a band that it feels like it's so sad, like vocally and lyrically, but like there is like this element of fun in a good portion of the songs. Like, I didn't dig deep enough in the lyrics to find out, like, is this sad boy music or not? But like, I went with feeling, and like you mentioned, this just feels fun with a sad guy singing.
He's doing okay. He's good.
Yeah. All right. Emily?
Okay, so if this is the last round, the problem is I know this one isn't going to make it through, but it was my first Belle and Sebastian song. So from the album that I seem to disagree with everyone on, Le Pastille de la Bourgeoisie.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
No.
It's fine. It's like my personal, it's totally fine. I'm not sad at all. Totally fine.
She says in tears. There it is. I just don't like that French language. All them French is...
Freedom language.
Yes. Fuck. Nothing like feeling bad about your choices. All right, John.
You don't need to feel that bad. Yeah. Just a little bit bad is okay.
All right, John, you're up.
Expectations.
Fuck me.
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
Well, no, I'm not. That was a yes to John.
No. I assumed.
I'm just... The order there got a little weird.
All right. So let me just dump out here. We actually have a conversation too. All right. So my last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got She's Losing It.
Oh, it was a late cut, and I knew I would regret it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, no, same.
We Rule the School.
No.
No.
All right. My wandering days are over.
Of course, yes.
Hey.
Definitely.
No.
All right. So let me put a mark by that so I can. All right. If you're feeling sinister.
Definitely.
No.
Definitely, she said.
I admit when I'm wrong.
And then last but not least, put the book back on the shelf.
Don't have it.
No.
All right, so I need to add Emily to If You're Feeling Sinister and My Wandering Days Are Over. All right, Emily.
So I don't actually know why I did this now in retrospect. So my late cut got cut in favor of Simple Things because I love it and it probably won't make it, and that's okay.
That was my number 21 as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
I have other ones that I care a lot more about. Don't Leave the Light On, Baby.
Yes.
Yes, because it's Stevie said it's his favorite, and that's how I was representing Stevie. Okay, that's good.
I feel like that was my
and then
21.
there's Too Much Love.
No.
All right.
And then I'm out.
All right. John?
Well, I still had I'm Waking Up to Us, I Could Be Dreaming, and I Know Where the Summer Goes.
And I Could Be Dreaming was like one of my last cuts.
I feel like the I'm Waking Up to Us should make me nervous.
All right. So we got 7, which means none of us gets the final say. But here's what we got. Dirty Dream number 2. Get Me Away From Here. I'm Dying. I Fought in a War. Me and the Major. The Boy with the Arab Strap. The State I'm In. And Women's Realm. All through unanimously. And we got 8 in the conversation that we need to trim down to 3. So we've got Don't Leave the Light On, Baby. Expectations. If You're Feeling Sinister. Is It Wicked Not to Care? Like Dylan in the Movies. My Wandering Days Are Over. Sleep the Clock Around, and Slow Graffiti. Insane. Like, if the ones I didn't have were, like, cuts I made this morning. So, yeah. Is there anything jumping out there at you, Emily, that it's like, yeah, this is silly. Let's that needs to be in.
I feel like Is It Wicked Not to Care needs to be on there.
All right.
I went very Stewart heavy on mine and should have given some room to everybody else.
All right. So let's put that one through. Anything jumping out at you, John?
Like Dylan in the Movies.
All
It's
right.
just a classic.
All right. Again, that one was... All these were right there for me, so what does that take us to? 9. And then that leaves us with one last one. Don't Leave the Light On, Baby. Expectations. If You're Feeling Sinister, My Wandering Days Are Over. Sleep the Clock Around, and Slow Graffiti. Anything you're leaning towards cutting and or anything that feels like it should be the one? Either one of you?
I usually, at this point, I try to come up with something to cut to narrow it down, but all of those songs are perfect, so I'm in favor of all of them.
So I should ask John.
I think so.
Yeah, pass. No, I would say either Sleep the Clock Around, Expectations, or If You're Feeling Sinister. I think one of those 3, depending on how we want to round this list out.
Again, all of those were like right there. So playing them never helps.
But again, I will defer to Emily because she's the expert.
So one of those 3, Emily?
Do we have anything from Push Barman? Is anything even on the list from Push Barman?
I jacked up my
Slow Graffiti.
Yeah, I was gonna say I jacked up my my spreadsheet, so I don't have the albums. I guess that would be a good question. Representation.
I think Slow Graffiti is Ugh, I don't understand what you guys were doing on that. But I would say Slow Graffiti just to get something from that absolutely fantastic album that somehow doesn't have any representation.
All right, so if we do that, that rounds out. Did we, looking at this unanimous list, did we cover kind of everything else? That's the only thing we didn't cover?
I'll be kind of surprised if that Expectations isn't on the list if we go with that. I don't know if that's because that's like one of their quote unquote hits. I think it was on one of the soundtracks. I think that's one that people know. Maybe that doesn't make a difference in this. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, again, deferring to Emily, like, does that...
Yeah.
I know, I thought we were deferring to Emily.
Do you think album representation matters in this? Like, or do you think we just kind of give them the best?
Fuck.
Because if representation matters, then yeah, it probably should be Slow Graffiti. But is that the 10th song?
And like being a singles collection, that kind of puts like an asterisk by it, where like maybe you don't have to. I don't know.
Okay, so I lied earlier when I said we did not strategize beforehand. We definitely did. And John said he would just go with whatever I said at the end.
I'm just trying to.
I just want to point out that's not happening right now.
I haven't said what it's going to be. I'm just trying to make sure we cover all the bases because I don't want to get to the end and have like, oh, Expectations isn't on there. What the hell? Like, I just want to make sure we get it covered.
Do we have what Expectations does covered in our list?
I feel like we do. It's like
probably, yeah,
like sad teenager thing, which is pretty much all of Tiger Milk. Yes. And about 80% of their songs. And it's great. It's great. But we have, 25 songs on Push Barman, and none of them made it through?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a fair point. So I'm hearing maybe we lean towards representation. I'm with it. Let's go Slow Graffiti.
There's like a whoa, whoa, whoa in there. Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me find it on this.
That's the most assertive I get, but I'm very happy right now.
All right. So we got 10. We got Dirty Dream number 2. Get Me Away From Here, I'm Dying. I Fought in a War. Is It Wicked Not to Care? Like Dylan in the Movies. Me and the Major, Slow Graffiti, The Boy with the Arab Strap, The State I'm In, and Women's Realm. And after everything that's happened, I know I said this as we were doing it. Does anybody have a disagreement, like after hearing what we've actually come up with Women's Realm being the number 1?
No, sir, I do not have an issue with that.
Because I feel like that's kind of like right. Like that's kind of correct.
Yes.
So, right, let me, it would be easier to find it on this list. Oh, come on, Justin. Learn how to type.
I believe in you.
I learned how. Let's let it breathe for a second here.
To myself, there's nobody else around.
You can't groove on this, there's something wrong with you.
And this isn't even the best part.
It's that Robin Hood line that does it for me.
Yep.
There's a small voice crying on the other side of the river from here. It's too late to phone her now. While what went wrong? Your grades were good, it would take a
All right, Women's Realm is our number one with a bullet. We got Dirty Dream number 2, Get Me Away From Here, I'm Dying. I Fought in a War. Oh, God. Is It Wicked Not to Care? Like Dylan in the movies, Me and the Major, Slow Graffiti, The Boy with the Arab Strap, and The State I'm In. I feel like we've done it. I know we made you cry a couple times, Emily, but how did we do?
You did great. Listen, I have 3 crossed out on my list that make me sad. I have 1 or 2 others that I'm okay with, but we're good. We're good.
And you can be good too, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to patreon.com. Well, you can do that you can be good too without doing this, but it would take you from good to great in my eyes. If you went to patreon.com/ohhijustin, I would just appreciate that. You can pledge as little as $1 a month, and you get a ton of audio content, literally daily, the Oh Hi Justin pod. You get all the pods before the rest of the world, including this one deprogrammed a full week before anybody else. That ain't too shabby. It also gets you different layers in the Legion of Stupid Discord. Come join the Legion of Stupid Discord. If you don't want to enter through the Patreon, that's okay. Just ask me for a link. You can ask me at the Hulkster on the Twitter machine. That's good times. I failed to mention that another thing you get from Patreon is the After the Fact podcast, which as soon as I hit end here, I bring that up and we keep talking about stuff. So, I mean, it's good times. That is included with your $1. Podcast, subscribe, rate, comment. I don't know, man. Like, supposedly that helps. I don't know, man. It doesn't do anything for me. So, like, you could do that, and I would greatly appreciate it. But to me, the best way to help is telling somebody you listen to Deprogrammed. Share out the link. Things like that would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, Belle and Sebastian, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.